Hey you guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome back from the 3-day weekend. So if you guys were here on Friday, already gave you guys an explanation of the task today, but just in case you guys forgot or those of you that weren't here, today you guys are going to be writing a 1.5 page, if not more, double-spaced response, just a short response to answer this prompt here. So this is already posted on Google Classroom, so you guys can just go ahead and log in and look that one up. But essentially what I want to know is these questions down here. So I'm going to read the introduction really quick, but it says Olaudah Equiano, who is our author of our slave narrative, used many details to tell the story of his enslavement for the sole purpose of raising awareness and affecting change in the world. So if you guys remember, we did a summary where we took notes of all these little details that he used to tell us about all the awful conditions that he had to undergo in his journey from Africa to the New World, quote unquote New World. And then if you think about that little show that we watched, that one's called Explained. The producers of that show used a somewhat similar method using research and facts as well as first-person accounts. So kind of similar but kind of different. So I want to know, what descriptive language does Equiano use to tell his story? What facts were shown and explained to prove that the racial wealth gap in America exists? And then how effective are facts and details when trying to convince an audience? And finally, were you convinced? So the first couple of parts, and you can do like at least 2 to 3 paragraphs on both of these questions, is first you're going to look at Olaudah Equiano. Pick, the most striking detail that he talked about. Maybe it really was kind of intense, the fact that he compared his journey or compared, his wanting to end his life because he was jealous of the sea creatures. And I think that was on the bottom of like page 172 or 173 or something like that, where he describes that. So that's very descriptive, and it's a different kind of way than just saying like, I wish I wasn't alive because the conditions were so horrible. And so talk about what's the impact of that, right? What does it matter that he used the sea creatures instead of using, something else? So you're going to evaluate it and describe it. And then you're going to look at your notes from the show Explained and talk about 1 or 2 of those facts. And then I just want to know, what are they? Okay, what are those facts? Same thing with the descriptive language. What is a descriptive language? And then you're going to talk about, how effective are they? Did they work? Did they not work? Did they miss something? And then that's probably going to be like your 4th or 3rd paragraph in terms of evaluating how effective they are. Do you think that they were enough to convince an audience? Did they miss the logos, pathos, ethos, et cetera, et cetera? Because you guys know pathos, ethos, and logos, those are the 3 ways to convince somebody. So which one of those 3 were the language or the facts? And then finally, maybe the last paragraph that you write is going to be about whether you were convinced, and then why or why not. So always write, especially when you're going to quote something, when you're going to bring an exact wording or a paraphrase from the story, always write like this: your claim, your evidence, and your reasoning. First is your answer to your question or your topic sentence, if you will, and then you're going to quote from the story. So you're going to use a primary source or, just something directly from Olaudah Equiano, which is on page 169. And then you're going to spend about 3 sentences explaining how the quote actually connects to your answer. Okay? So if you follow this recipe right here, you can have at least 2 solid paragraphs just off the bat in terms of telling me what the descriptive language, what those facts are, and then at the very, very end, then you're going to add about 2 more paragraphs about the effectiveness of both of those. I've already created I'm logged on my husband's account, so let's see if this works. I've already created, yeah, see, this is my husband's, a blank document where you guys can write this. It's already formatted, double spaced, 12-point font. So if you see here, okay, it's right here. So it is going to be double spaced. Make sure you replace your name. Make sure you write your own title. And then erase this part right here. You're going to write this whole page and then a half page more, if not a little bit more than that. But double spaced, if you guys remember, that one basically just means that you're skipping a line. And it's going to do it for you automatically because I've already formatted for you. So this is going to be due not today, tomorrow by the end of the day, and I'm not going to be here tomorrow either. So I just want to see what kind of writing you can get me. Just remember that this Friday is progress report, so I would like to get this turned in as part of your progress report, so no slacking off, please. All right, guys. You guys have a nice couple of days. Please be good. And I can't wait to see you guys on Thursday. Bye.